He told me I was an eyesore, that my shorts and my music didn't belong in his family neighborhood. 10 minutes later, his wife was standing in my driveway, defending me, laughing with me, and absolutely destroying him. And that's the day I learned. Sometimes the best revenge isn't loud or violent. It's just being comfortable in your own skin. If you've ever had someone judge you for who you are or try to humiliate you just for existing, hit that like button. Because this story, it's about self-respect, karma, and one man's perfect comeback that left his homophobic neighbor red-faced and powerless. Let's get into it. When I first moved into my new subdivision, I felt hopeful. You know that feeling when you start fresh. New home, new neighbors, new chapter of life. And for the most part, the block was perfect. Kind people, warm greetings, neighbors waving as they walked the dogs or mowed their lawns. All except for one man, the guy next door. At first, I didn't think much of it. He looked like your average suburban husband, mid-30s, beer belly starting to show, always wearing cargo shorts and the permanent frown that says, "I peaked in high school." I'd wave at him, smile, sometimes even offer him a beer when I was out working in the garage. But every single time, he'd just glare, grunt, or ignore me completely. No eye contact, no, "Hey, neighbor," nothing. At first, I told myself, maybe he's just shy. Maybe he's having a bad day. But after a few weeks of that same cold wall of silence, I stopped trying. It's funny how something as small as a wave being ignored can start to make you feel invisible. Like you don't belong. Still, I wasn't going to let one grumpy man ruin my peace. One hot afternoon, I was in my garage, blasting a little Cardi B while doing my workout. I love it. It's my therapy. Music up, heart pounding, sun shining, sweat dripping, pure endorphins. Now, I'm a gay man. And yes, I wear short shorts. 3 inches. Cute, bright, comfortable. Nothing outrageous, just me. But apparently, me was a problem. Because out of nowhere, I hear his voice from my driveway. "Hey, cut that music." I paused the speaker, wiped my forehead, and turned to see him standing there, arms crossed, jaw tight, trying to look like the sheriff of the neighborhood. "What's up?" I asked. He scowled. "I don't appreciate you blasting that trash and parading around in that," he said, waving a hand at my shorts. "It's an eyesore. This is a family neighborhood." I just stared at him, heart racing, not from the workout this time, but from that surge of humiliation that hits you when someone crosses a line like that. I could feel my face heating up, but I stayed calm. "If my music and my shorts bother you that much," I said, "you can take that energy somewhere else and get off my property." His face twisted, like he couldn't believe I'd talk back. But he didn't say another word. He just muttered something under his breath and stormed off. And that should have been the end of it. But karma had other plans. About an hour later, I was finishing up my last set of push-ups when I saw a car pull into the driveway. His wife. I'd seen her around before, always polite, always smiling. So before I could overthink it, I called out, "Hey there. I'm your neighbor, by the way. Just wanted to finally say hello." She smiled, came over, and within a minute we were laughing. Turns out, she was super friendly, funny, down to earth, just good energy all around. We talked about everything: the move, the neighborhood, even how I decorate my garage like a mini gym. She thought it was awesome. Then I said, half jokingly, "I was worried I'd made a bad impression on your husband earlier. He wasn't too happy about my music." She raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean?" So, I told her everything. The eyesore comment, the family neighborhood thing, all of it. Her jaw dropped. You could see the color drain from her face, replaced with pure disbelief. "He said that?" she asked. I nodded. She exhaled, shook her head, and then, like a storm gathering strength, said, "Unbelievable. And then right on cue her husband walks out the front door. He sees us talking. His face tightens. "What are you doing over there?" he calls out. Before I could even answer, his wife turns on him like a switch flipped. "What did you say to him earlier?" He freezes. "What? Nothing. Don't lie to me, Mark." She snaps. "He just told me what you said. You embarrassed both of us." He stammers, completely caught. She folds her arms and says, and I swear this line will live rent-free in my head forever, "You're just jealous because he looks better in those shorts than you ever could." It was like time stopped. The silence that followed was deafening. You could feel his ego collapsing in real time. His face turned red, that deep shade of humiliation no one can hide. And I stood there, just sipping my water, pretending not to notice how his wife was barely suppressing a grin. He mumbled an apology, not because he meant it, but because his wife demanded it. "Sorry," he said through clenched teeth. "No problem," I replied, smiling. "We all have our moments." Then she looked at me and said, "You should come over sometime. Maybe show me some of your workout routines." The man's expression, pure, wordless agony. From that day forward, his attitude changed completely. No more glares. No more rude comments. Just silence. And as for his wife, she'd wave every morning, stop by to chat, sometimes even join me for a quick walk or coffee. It wasn't romantic, just genuine friendship. But to him, I imagine, it was torture. Because every laugh we shared, every friendly smile, was a reminder of the day he got checked not by me, but by the one person whose opinion actually mattered to him. And that's what made it so satisfying. I didn't plan revenge. I didn't plot anything. I just stood my ground, and the universe did the rest. Some people mistake kindness for weakness. They see joy as something to mock. But here's the truth. People like that can't stand confidence because it reminds them of everything they lack. So if someone tries to dim your light, shine brighter. Sometimes the sweetest revenge is just living unapologetically, in 3-inch shorts, with Cardi B blasting. If that ending made you smile, hit that like button and share this video with someone who needs a dose of karma today. And tell me in the comments what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories where justice hits just right.